up and Tom Thumb and all the cheese. You just stay away from cheese.
Right. I hate it. I have a strong dislike for it.
You can hate a person without laying a finger on them.
Right.
But people don't realize that.
Right.
You know?
My body, my choice, right?
Hey.
You can't tell me what to do with my body, nigga. Go ahead.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Right.
He that kills with the sword must be killed with the sword.
That's clearly speaking it to you Edomites.
That's right.
So vocab here is this. He wants to go into it. No, that's not what that's talking about. He's scared. He basically got a lecture coming up on how to identify a black Hebrew Israelite. And you know who did that? Hitler. There was a doctrine, there was a particular thing back then where he was like, this is how you spot one of those, those 1948ers. This is how you spot one. This is what you do if you catch one, detain them, yada, yada, yada. So pretty much, persecution is coming, man. You think vocab is just doing this for no reason? There's something on a bigger grand that's coming. That's basically Haman.
Yep. He in his next phase. Okay? So you're gonna have to be wise as a serpent in the times coming.
They're gonna have to get carnal because they can't win in the spirit.
Right. Oh yeah, Jake walking around with fringes everywhere. Hey, look, you're gonna be a target.
That's right.
Now, hey, if the Lord's with you, He's with you, and there's nothing wrong with fringes. Brothers who you see Jake with their fringes, that's a beautiful thing. Our people are waking up. Okay, but that doesn't give you any kind of advantage.
Right.
More of all, the purpose of those fringes, because Jake was going off so much, they would need something physical on their clothing so that they can know not to sin.
Yeah, right.
They can remember it's the Sabbath. Yeah. Oh, you see this dangling? Oh, it's the Sabbath. Let me. Oh, what trip?
Yeah.
You know,
those fringes are not gonna stop them from getting on you.
Right.
You see that? Oh no, stop it up. He got fringes. Now let him go. No.
Right.
That's gonna make him bounce on you.
Right. And furthermore, it's in you. Right. None of you are fulfilling that law fully. Like you got it, right?
Right.
But you're not looking at them to say, I'm not gonna sin. You're automatically doing that. When you walk in the Spirit. That's why the scriptures say to walk in the Spirit is to fulfill the law. But if a brother feels like he gotta have that, or a sister, hey, by all means. Okay, but we can't start condemning one or the other because they don't have them, or thinking somehow there's doctrines you're not gonna be saved if when the Lord returns you don't have on fringes. So the Lord come and you in the shower, you done.
All this, Uncle Peter say he gonna stir you up by prayer. He's gonna stir your mind up by way of remembrance.
Right.
It's in your mind.
Right.
Right.
He that kills with the
When you
sword,
see a piece of bacon, do you be like, oh shit? Okay. It's in you. Jake was going, because Jake picked up a stick on the Sabbath and he got stoned. So it was like, look, man, put these fringes on your garments so that whenever you out and you may forget, you can see that dangling and make you remember about the fear of the Lord. How do we do that now? Through Yahawah Shai.
Right.
That's what we see.
Let this mind be in you.
All right.
Yep.
Go ahead.
he that killeth with the sword
He
must
said, I will set up an ensign for the nations. Yahawah Shai is that ensign. All of the law really points to Yahawah Shai, man. Go ahead. What the fuck?
Trip.
That nigga tripped over a blue cup.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Must. Go ahead.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Woo! There you go. All right. Isaiah 14.
Back in Isaiah 14 in the end of 2. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
Right.
And they shall rule over their oppressors.
That's what I'm saying.
They shall rule over their oppressors.
That's gotta happen.
No equality.
See, you got people. I would say you got people that steady ripping out pages and trying to sugarcoat. No. These things are gonna happen, man. As harsh as they sound, or as uncomfortable as they may make you, it's gotta happen because it's written.
Right. And vocab said that was fulfilled in the Babylonian captivity when we got to rebuild the temple. Oh, really?
No.
Oh, really? Who did we rule over in the Persian
Right.
captivity?
Right. That's what I'm saying. While we was building, we had to fight.
And we had to ask for loans. We had to get loans.
You have to get permission.
Yeah.
What's the brother's name? In the book where we was rebuilding the temple, you have, what books were written? You got Ezra,
Nehemiah.
Yeah.
Nehemiah. Was it Nehemiah? He was the cupbearer for the king, right? Was it? It was either him or one of those. And basically his countenance was all messed up. And the king was like, what's wrong? He was like, my people, man, they sacked the temple. That's Nehemiah. They sacked the temple, man.
They put out the decree.
Right. So the king was like, damn, man, because he loved them.
Right.
He was like, all right, I'll help you. I'll give you a loan to rebuild it. So the king, when we finally get the kingdom, we gonna need a loan? No. That was a beautiful time. The Lord put the spirit on Cyrus to allow us to rebuild it. It was finished at the time of Darius, but at the end of the day, that wasn't fulfilled. What we're reading, that had nothing to do with that.
Right. If we had control of the heathen, they wouldn't have snitched to us to Darius and try to stop
us. Right.
You know. We told them sit there. They don't see it.
Right. They were writing letters, trying to get us lying.
Yeah.
That ain't this is talking about what's coming. Okay, and this is what they fear. Go ahead.
Isaiah 14:3, and it shall come to pass in the day the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve.
And this is what we're here to proclaim to you Israelites. Rest is coming. Okay, a kingdom. Okay, wherein, it's righteousness, man. Okay, you're not going to have to work. You're going to have servants. You're going to be perfect. Okay, you're going to be kings and princesses. You're not going to have this warped mind frame. All of the food you eat, you're going to know exactly where it came from. You're going to have your own land. Okay, you're going to have your heart's desire. Even the lower level Israelites that ain't amongst the hierarchy, guess what? They're going to be good. They're going to be set up and blessed. Okay, go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 60, I start at verse 4. Lift up thine eyes round about and see, all they gather themselves together, they come to thee. Thy son shall come from far, and thy daughter shall be nursed at thy side. Then thou shalt see and flow together, and thine heart shall fear and be enlarged, because the abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee.
The abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee. Okay, so we're not just coming into, man, I'm gonna give you an apartment complex. Right. You gonna have these houses. You gonna take care of it. No, we're coming into the earth. And within the earth, man, see, the earth right now is just being mismanaged. So Jake don't really have an idea of the things that's in the earth.
We can really tap in.
See, amongst us, we tap into the earth. We get into the resin. We get into the incense. We get into the oils. We get into the scents of the earth. We get into everything. But how much more when we have full and when the earth really flourishes? You know how much more it is? Okay, that's what real riches are, the earth.
Free energy.
Yep.
Yeah.
You went to the Federal Reserve and it gives you the history of money. Okay, and it starts with what? Salt, animal fur.
Salary from salt. Yeah.
Okay. Where does that come from? The earth. Esau didn't make it, and then it gives you the long line all the way up to the paper dollar, which is nothing. It's empty. It is not backed by anything.
Right.
Okay.
The abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee. The forces of the Gentiles shall come unto thee.
There you go.
Let's keep that in verse 10. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee.
Right. And in the Christian church, they say that's the Old Testament. Within the Old Testament, because there's this myth that the Old Testament is done away with. The Old Covenant is done away with. Okay, which is how we were brought back to our Father. The mediators at that time were the high priest. Okay, they gave us a covenant. We broke that covenant. But the Old Testament, the law and the prophets contain prophecies that haven't been fulfilled yet.
Right.
So how can you say anything written in the Old Testament is not founded upon Jesus Christ? When the testimony, those things being fulfilled, is testifying of him. And he himself was written and prophesied of in the Old Testament. The whole time he was on the scene, what was he quoting out of?
Isaiah.
The law, the prophets. Why? Because the New Testament wasn't written yet. That's all he talked about. But then when we do it, they're stuck in that old. No, man.
I always say,
Now,
as it is
the
written.
thing is, in the New Testament, in the book of Revelation, it said that the spirit of Jesus Christ is a spirit of prophecy. So you still got to deal with prophecies.
Nigga.
Come on, man. I mean, but hey, if you don't have a thought process of the prophecies, you're not gonna know what to look for.
Is this all concerning him?
Right. Yep. You can't take away the narrative of the Israelites. Think you're gonna throw away everything in the Old Testament and start in Matthew and get the Bible. No. It don't work like that.
Absolutely not.
You gotta know history. Okay? Because the Bible is dealing with a chosen lineage through Adam, through Seth. Okay? Eventually through Noah, through Shem, through Arphaxad, all the way up to Abraham, who had Isaac and Jacob. That's how the lineage of the chosen people is tracked. And just because in the New Testament they were called Gentiles, don't mean somehow the narrative changed. Now it ain't talking about the chosen seed. This book tracks a chosen lineage, man. Point blank period. The Messiah himself came out of that lineage. So all of a sudden you get to the new, when the Yahawah comes, and all of a sudden it ain't about Israel no more.
Right.
All of the prophecies we were reading, the heathen, somehow now they have joint inheritance with the Israelites, which is crazy.
Right.
Even amongst tribes, you can't switch tribe. Judah can't somehow get inheritance right in Manasseh. Okay?
The lands are rights are tied to that.
Lands, but somehow the heathen, nah, man. Go ahead.
I had a precept. St. Luke 24:44, and he said unto them, these are the words which I spake unto you while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled which were written in the law of Moses, and in the prophets, and in the Psalms concerning me.
That in the Old Testament, right? The volume of the book. It was that the whole book is about the same thing. I would say, what book have you ever started to read at the beginning? By the middle of the book, it's a completely different story. Right? You know what I'm saying? It don't work like that. You're not gonna be watching a movie about the Godfather, and then all of a sudden you see Daffy Duck and shit. Like, it don't work like that. It's talking about the Godfather the whole way through. It's talking about the Israelites the whole way through.
Yep. And they listening, and they like, oh shit. Now everybody a scholar. The Israelites have revolutionized the Bible through the Spirit and power of Yahawah Shema Shai. Everybody want to get into the Bible now. Everybody want to talk about who Esau is. You niggas wasn't talking about that. Habakkuk. We didn't. Habakkuk. I ain't never hear Habakkuk. Obadiah. I ain't never heard of that. So now that it's being brought out, we're hateful and nah. It's prophecy, baby. And it's getting ready to meet all, it's already here, but it's getting ready to meet you all in the face. And that's the beautiful thing about prophecy, is that it ain't gonna go out void. Now we have to suffer through the ridicule and the incredulity as it's being fulfilled, but what's on our side is the fact that it's being fulfilled.
Okay, so Isaiah 42:9. Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them.
Ain't nobody say that they wasn't warned, man. It ain't gonna be nobody that's gonna be able to say that they wasn't warned. Especially when it comes to the prophecies. You see the stuff, war, evil, pestilence, all that's happening right now, right? I would say Turkey, Iran, all the moving parts. Everybody in Ezekiel chapter 38 is all moving into place, right? Meanwhile, ain't nobody paying no attention to it. They want to see how loud they can rev their engine, right? All these different things. But whether you believe it or not, this Bible is happening.
Right, get that song, that scripture we have piped.
Yeah, man. I was saying, you could think this Bible ain't happening all day, but it is.
Right. And they just look at us. They don't want to, based on how we look, they don't want us to be right. They don't want us to be right. But guess what? Somebody got to be right.
Exactly. Right.
Because you think the Most High created this beautiful vessel of earth and ain't going to give any explanation of why and what's next?
Can't argue against prophecy either, man. What we saying is actually happening, man.
That's right.
So
you would think that everybody you see downtown would be either right here, right there, or right there.
Yeah, three camps.
They walking right by like it ain't nothing.
Right.
Yeah, like it ain't nothing. But that's what I'm saying. All these people finna get hit upside the head with something. You know?
Yep.
If somebody knew the future, man, I would want to listen to what they had to say.
Like Noah.
Yeah.
Noah was given insight to the future.
Yeah. Right.
And he acted accordingly.
Yep.
People should have listened to Noah.
Right. And then look at Enoch. Well, Enoch was going so hard, the Lord said, you know what, let me go and get him up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Same with Elijah. I'm about to do something. So he snatches me up out of there. You know what I'm saying? We hope to come in their stead.
Wall Street, Esau doesn't have insider trade on stocks. They don't just land their hand. No, they get in on there so they can hit. We tell the elect, hey, get in on this so you can hit.
Right? Righteousness is in. You should be looking at the earth disgusted. You should be looking at the earth like, oh Lord, how can I raise a child here? What am I gonna do?
Right.
Like, damn. Okay?
Yeah, it's an issue with you if you
being wicked,
Yo.
being a bad bitch and all that, that should be
being a thug, a gangster, all
yeah,
that shit's playing out.
all
man.
these niggas, every week a rapper is just dying.
Yo. A nigga just died.
It's like
2 days
you
ago.
see a nigga die, a rapper dead, that's just like drinking a cup of water.
Yeah.
Taking a shit. Oh, okay. Flush.
Right. No coming back for him.
You know, niggas,
back to eating your
that
dinner.
lifestyle, what you speak, eventually comes back unto you. Black culture is the most destructive way to live your life.
Wild Wild West.
It is the so-called white man's science experiment.
Right.
That's what black culture is. And it's failed. You should be looking to come into a new culture, a new way of living.
Right.
And it happens via the Holy Spirit, man. Okay? Go ahead.
Okay. Matthew 11:16. It says, but whereunto shall I liken this generation?
Right.
It is like unto children sitting in the markets.
Right. Well, whereunto shall I liken this generation? He just probably standing with his disciples, looking at niggas in Rome, just or wherever, just doing wickedness, wherever they were. It's like, whereunto how should I liken this generation? Because within Israel, there's a generation of the righteous and there's a generation of the wicked. Okay? Everybody always comes back in their lot. That's why Yahawah constantly harped on the scribes and Pharisees being a wicked generation. Because they're the ones who killed the prophets. He said, you bear witness that ye are the children of them who kills the prophets. Fill ye then the measure of your fathers. So a nigga is gonna nig. Okay, go ahead.
But whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is like unto children sitting in the markets and calling unto their fellows and saying, we have piped unto you,
Right.
and ye have not danced.
Right. Now this goes back to an ancient custom where children would go to the particular marketplaces and they would like sing songs. And people, usually would come around and, cheer them on, help them out maybe. But if people didn't come, it was kind of like a disrespectful, like, damn, there's children, bro. Why sometimes you got an attitude in the Salvation Army little kid walking, you're like, nigga, man. But I ignore them niggas all the time. That's a scam.
Them damn cookies and shit.
Nigga come up to you with fucking dookie braids, barrettes, because you buy some of my cookies from our man, hell no. Every blue moon, you better
I
want
do
some of them
sometimes.
cookies.
And now they got the cash up too.
Yeah.
One youngin, I said, I ain't got no cash. Look, homie. He's like, I got the cash up.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn it, I can throw him $5.
Right,
they
but
on
to
point.
hell with that. I'm just saying, that what we're singing matters, man. This is the new song, man. Read that again.
Verse 17, it says, in saying, we have piped unto you,
Right,
and ye have not danced.
right. The people will come around and dance, clap, cheer them on. People who are walking through the marketplaces and going, shopping. You walk out, you can hear a beautiful song. Okay? Go ahead.
We have mourned unto you,
Right.
and ye have not lamented.
Right, we are mourning, we're piping unto you. We're singing the new song, a new way of life, the fact that you're chosen, you're not a color. Niggas are marching around saying, my life matters. Do you realize how dumbed down you gotta be to cry to the white man that your life matters?
That's a slave mentality.
But then when you look into niggas' lives, okay, like you'll see a nigga get wrestled down by the police, or shot down by the police. And then everybody's crying for this nigga. But then when you go and look what they did, or how they was living their life, it's like George Floyd, that stud that Styles P was standing up for. This nigga tried to get on a moped and run from the police. And she get wrestled down by the police. and somehow the police are wrong.
It wouldn't have got to that if she'd have just complied.
Yeah.
You don't have your license. You effed up.
Just take the ticket.
You just got to take the ticket.
Right.
Okay? Agree with thine adversary. Move on to the next day. This nigga with a fucking mask around her chin gets on a moped
like that shit
and try to run like you gonna escape.
Got caught.
Yeah,
Got caught.
First, you a stud.
You're a stud. They're always slow.
Studs are slow.
And uncoordinated too.
You know, stud moving. Studs ain't got off the juice, man. Ain't no stud do what Barry Sanders did, right?
She ain't got no balance, man.
Brittany Griner can't do what LeBron James does. That may be a man though.
She can't do it with LeBron though.
Right, now where we at?
Continuing on.
Yep, start over.
Matthew 11:16. But whereunto shall I liken this generation?
Right.
It is like unto children sitting in the markets and calling unto their fellows.
Right.
And saying, we have piped unto you.
Right, they calling her to him like, damn, y'all ain't effing with us?
Yeah.
Y'all ain't gonna stop today? We came up with a new song. Like, we came up with this new song. Y'all wanna hear it? Here it go. Go ahead.
We have piped unto you, and ye have not danced.
Right.
We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented.
You ain't lamenting.
That's why our blood ain't gonna be on. Your blood ain't gonna be on our hands.
Right. And see, what you do fight for and what you do lament for, it's given unto you by the white man. He tells you what cause to fight for. He tells you what to call yourself. He puts in the news what to get mad about. He pretty much is luring you in to his trap.
Everything that the nigga says
Right.
is just a remix of what Esau's talking.
Right.
It's never what the Lord has said.
Right.
It's always a reiteration of what Esau said.
Right. The fact that they call themselves black, African American, Black Lives Matter, mad mad at Trump. Somehow Trump is the worst Edomite ever to a nigga.
No.
Like, what did he do that everybody else ain't never did? Right. You showed the niggas were mad. Oh, he grabbed pussy. You danced to Lil Wayne and Too Short.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Well, we were at the bar, right? And we were looking at niggas, and when the song came on, when I met you last night, lady, before you opened up your gap, every nigga was dancing.
Right.
And you even licked my, But the Trump comes and he grabs some pussy. That's the worst, because you niggas are controlled by the media.
Right.
That you mad at him because the so-called white man told you to be mad at him. To get you into that confusion that has nothing to do with you. You're supposed to be looking at politics laughing.
It's a wrestling match.
You're supposed to be looking at politics like,
WWF.
damn, if I was in their position, I would do better than them. Yahawah's kingdom is going to be better than them.
Right.
You ain't supposed to think that this system is going to, after all that happened to you, you're still under this impression that the white man voting and getting it to him is going to help you?
If you don't vote, you can't complain.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
They say, yeah, right.
They stuck on that lesser of two evils mindset, meaning that you were a slave mentality. This is the only way.
At some point, stop choosing evil, period.
That's right.
The lesser of two evils. And Biden is far worse. He's nasty, he's senile, he may be dead.
Yeah.
He's creepy, putting his nose on little kids. He's the worst kind of nigga. I miss Trump now.
I had more money actually when Trump.
Although
was
he's, he's for a good cause.
Up when Trump was in there, man.
Because he helps prophecy.
Yeah.
But it's like, when a Republican is in office, at least you get a cool tax return.
You come up, man.
And money, there's money flowing.
Yep.
Opportunity.
Yep.
Democrats is always a recession.
There's always some bullshit with the Democrats.
She just start getting prices increased.
Democrat.
Historically, democracies have led to the worst tyrannies ever. Look at what's coming now. Okay? Through what? Manipulating the people's minds. Okay, and giving them a false cause to fight for.
Right.
Niggas are at the front of every march. Whether it be I want to sleep with animals, whether it be I can be all I can be, anything that Esau puts in the news as an agenda, Jake is there.
Let's say if Ukraine,
And it becomes your culture, it becomes what you speak, it becomes what you teach your children. See? What we at? Some more? That's pretty much it. Where we at?
I was just looking at the comment board, but we was still in Isaiah.
Yep. Any good precepts on the comment board we can bring out? If you see one, read it. Call out the person's name too.
GMS Spiritual Arc 144.
For the super chat. Let's read some super chats.
Salaki. He had one that I was.
Hey, if we did that, you know, people would probably, but we ain't about that. Okay.
All right, this Spiritual Arc 144. Put Isaiah 34:16. Says, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail, none shall want her mate.
And see, y'all fighting against the Lord. When you saying that ain't gonna be no slaves, and when you try to talk about heaven without the throne of David, eventually you're gonna be met with reality. It's gonna happen. Okay? Go ahead.
For my mouth it had commanded, and his spirit it had gathered them.
His mouth had commanded. And what is his mouth? His word.
Right.
Okay, which is Yahawah. It's all fulfilled in his son.
Right.
Everything he wanted done in heaven on earth, he did it through his son.
That's right.
Okay, when he had this vessel called earth created, all right, through the 7 1,000-year periods, it wasn't one day. Okay, that was for his son and the sons of God to eventually come on earth and rule. But he had a story for it. So within it, the heathen will rule. It will come to imperfection. Okay? But overall, the second Adam is going to return to that land and rule, man. Okay? That's going to happen. That's the Lord's determination. Okay?
This too. This is GMS in the Truth Orlando, Shalom. It's Malachi 3:6. For I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed.
And see, what they want to tell you is that the Lord does change. What they want to tell you is that now all nations can inherit that promise. So basically, they're telling you the Lord changes, but the Lord is a liar.
Right.
And see, that's their hope, is that the Lord is a liar.
Right.
And our hope is that the Lord is true. And we're going to see very soon whose side he's on. That's where we at with it. We ain't going and knocking down the Christian. I don't want to see no goddamn Christian pastor.
Right.
Them niggas make me sick when I see them. I get mad when a Christian pastor. You're the worst kind of nigga, man. All right.
Yeah, there's some heat on here.
We can go back to Isaiah.
Back in Isaiah 14:4, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon.
See, we're going to take up a proverb against the king of Babylon. Read above that.
Verse 3.
Read into it.
And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve.
Did not we serve bondage here in America?
Right.
Did not we serve bondage throughout the four corners of the earth? But we're telling you there's a reason for that. But there's another side to that too, where the Lord is going to return our captivity. Go ahead.
That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon,
Right.
and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased.
See, in Egypt, we were singing victory over Pharaoh. Okay? Well, in the kingdom, we're going to be singing victory over Esau
Right.
and the heathen. Okay? Somebody get Revelation 15:1 real quick. Okay?
Revelation chapter 15, verse 1.
Exodus 15:1.
And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous,
Right.
7 angels having the 7 last plagues. For in them is filled up the wrath of the Most High.
Right.
And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire.
This is John the Revelator seeing a vision of us actually being delivered and how it looks. Go ahead.
And them that had gotten the victory over the beast,
Over the beast.
and over his image,
Uh-huh.
and over his mark,
Uh-huh.
and over the number of his
Right.
name.
Now I heard the watchmen for Israel are teaching that you can take a charagma and the Lord can have mercy on you. All right. So those dudes are agents. Right here, and even in Revelation 20, it said that they were beheaded for not taking it.
Right.
So how much more? What would they be teaching the people? They'd be teaching the people that mindset. Go ahead. Don't take no damn charagma, man. Don't let this man put nothing in you, man. Period. Trust in the Lord, man. That's the advice. No, it ain't no retirement plan if it don't work out. We going all balls out, man.
I got a
Right.
quick one.
Okay? The retire. If we die, we come back in the kingdom. You got to start believing on a higher level, man.
That's right.
This ain't good. This victory ain't coming to no low level nigga just standing around, man. Go ahead.
First Maccabees 2:50. Now therefore, my sons, be zealous for the law,
Right.
and give your lives for the covenant of your fathers.
There you go.
You know, during our hour of tribulation, hey,
That's
you
the
know,
mindset we
yo,
push.
victory, man. We got to be willing to give our lives, man. Put it all on the line. We all balls to the wall, man.
Right.
It ain't no plan B. It ain't no second option with
Right.
us, man. You know.
Hey, and you know what? In the generations, with the disciples and other Israelites,
Right.
they gave their lives.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
And,
Yahawah gave his.
hey, and also knowing that the kingdom wasn't coming in their time when it was told to them.
Yes. Yeah.
So ultimately they knew. At first they didn't know.
The mother with the 7 children.
Right. But ultimately they knew, okay, I'm gonna have to die in this generation and come back in the kingdom, or come back in another generation and still come back to the kingdom.
That's being spiritual.
That's spirit. That's
Not,
deep.
Not listening to Erica
Right.
Badu.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
That's being in the spirit. Okay. Now her music sounds alright.
Yeah.
Go lie, but being spiritual, that mindset, meaning what I'm doing now is for my children on down.
Bro, man.
So you walk in a particular manner.
Hey, that's faith. That's how you walk, by faith and not by sight.
Right.
Because the sight, you like, okay, we still here. But you got to think deep. You got to think further off, man.
Right.
Of what's coming.
Okay.
And
Back in Revelation chapter 15, verse 2. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast,
Right.
and over his image, and over his mark.
Right. Basically, the chariot, we're going to be able to look down at the destruction that's going on from the chariot. And we ain't going to have these eyes. So the Lord may be able to, you may be able to hone in on that bitch. You know? If somebody you going to see the judgment. You're going to know who's who. You're going to be looking down like, oh, woo. New body celebrating.
that's cold blooded.
Now, the Rothschilds did that with 9/11. They were watching the damn, you know? Well, we going to have front row seats. That's Psalms 91. Go ahead.
IMAX, baby. And over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass.
Victory over the beast, over his image, over his mark. A lot of Israel is asking, well, how and what? It's written. We're reading the victory. Go ahead.
Having the harps of the Most High.
Right.
And they sing the song of Moses.
They sung the song of Moses. We're going to be up there singing the song of victory. Okay, some more.
And they sing the song of Moses, the servant of the Most High, and the song of the Lamb, saying, great and marvelous are thy works.
Right.
Lord,
we're going to be like, whoa. It's going to be so miraculous. We're going to have to sing. We're going to be singing like, woo.
Yep.
We're going to be singing like, that was what he just did. Like, whoa.
Then that's when our tribulation's gonna look like light things. That little uncomfortable
Waking up
shit
out of that
and
dream.
irritated. Right.
Now, real quick, read this real quick. We're going to read the Song of Moses. Now, there's 3 songs of Moses. There's one in Deuteronomy 32. There's one in another chapter. And then there's this one in Exodus. After Pharaoh was swallowed up, Moses, okay, Aaron, and then eventually Miriam, I think she had a solo, okay? But they sung songs like, it was so miraculous, like they had to go ahead.
So Exodus 15:1, the writer reads, Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto the Lord, and spake, saying, I will sing unto the Lord, for ye have triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider.
Right. Read that again.
The horse and his rider.
The horse and his rider, go ahead.
Hath he thrown into the sea.
The horse and his rider have he thrown into the sea. Go ahead.
The Lord.
Well, hold up. Go ahead.
Revelation chapter 6, verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
There was a red horse, and power was given unto him that sat thereon. That's basically interchangeable with Pharaoh.
Right.
Which you Edomites are the modern day Pharaoh. The horse and his rider, and that time were drowned in the sea. This time you're going to be ultimately scattered, burned up here in America, and your elites are going to go flee into the bunkers.
Right.
And they're going to have just enough food, wine, slaves, and everything under there just to survive until we come back down and set up shop. This is what we're telling you that's coming. It sounds crazy, but how crazy is what this devil got planned?
Right.
Okay? To put a charagma in everybody and set up smart cities.
Right.
That's feasible? What we're saying is crazy, but this nigga is talking about tracking your carbon footprint throughout the whole entire planet Earth.
Right. Internet of Things.
And you're okay with that.
Try to make you a hybrid.
No, now it's the internet of bodies.
Yeah. Transhumanism, man.
Yeah, you're gonna be the phone.
Right.
So that's cool. But setting up righteousness on the earth and Esau losing is just far out.
Right.
And that's really why they're mad. Because Esau loses. If we were up here saying Esau's alright, they wouldn't give two shits about what we're saying, man.
Exactly Esau.
Yes. Nobody ever asked about Moab.
No.
Okay?
Continuing on verse 2. The Lord is my strength and song, and he has become my salvation. He is my power, and I will prepare him an habitation.
Right, this is a song. Now read down to like 20 something where he says, Edom. Go up. Yeah, he brings up Edom. Yep, start at 14. Start at 13. Because we're going to be singing a similar song on the chariot. Go ahead.
Exodus 15:13, it reads, Thou in thy mercy hast led, thou in thy mercy hast led forth the people which thou hast redeemed.
And how did he do it? Via his angel.
That's right.
It was the angel that was responsible for those miraculous works. You can't take, like Israel, try to just throw the angel away and bring up Moses and Joshua and the swallow and others. But the angel ain't got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, matter of fact, the angel is the one that made one side light where the Israelites can go through and made the other side dark.
Pillar of fire.
Right.
Which it actually happened, Jephthah. Go ahead.
Yeah, it wasn't symbolic. Yeah.
It wasn't just symbolic.
Happened,
because Jake don't want to, Jake is scared to believe on that level.
Jake don't want to deal with the miracles, man. Faithless, man.
Yep, go ahead.
Thou hast guided them in thy strength unto the holy habitation.
Right.
The people shall hear and be afraid.
Right.
Sorrow shall take hold on the inhabitants of Palestina.
Uh-huh.
Then the dukes of Edom shall be amazed.
The dukes of Edom shall be amazed. They gonna go fleeing into the bunkers. That's in the song. Go ahead.
The mighty men of Moab, trembling, shall shake hold upon them.
Right. Now you want to know what's bad about that? Those are the same nations David sung about. In Moab, the Philistines, and the Edomites. When he got them down, he sung about that. Like he was happy to have them. So they're mentioned here in the Song of Moses. Okay? Now, let's go back to Isaiah 14, unless you got something.
Nah.
Yep, go
Back in
ahead.
Isaiah 14:5, the Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers.
Right.
He will smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke.
Right. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual smoke. We're going to be singing. Read that part where it said we were boasting against him, or take up this proverb. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. For sure. Yep.
Verse 4, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased?
Woo!
The golden city ceased.
The golden city. Which, how could you link that? Revelation.
Right. That's right.
The 18th chapter.
Yep. Right.
Okay? It's all linked together. And who rules Babylon is the Edomites. It's not just Babylon. There's a people, a nation of people who run Babylon.
Right. Psalms 137 will show you that.
Oh, yeah, yep. Back in verse 6, he who smote the people with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is
That's
persecuted.
you Edomites. You're now going to be persecuted. It's going to be a great day to see you Edomites lose, man. And you deserve it. You went throughout the four corners of the earth, destroying every damn body. Destroying cultures, okay, lying, false flag wars, and just complete, utter wickedness. And the earth is even in a state where they're saying within the next 10 years, humanity can be extinct. What is that all about? Everybody got diseases. Animals are depressed. People are having sex with animals. This is not a good rulership, man.
Very good.
Okay? So you smoke the people in wrath. Constant wars. You never stop. Okay? Right now, there's somebody being bombed. Literally every 2 minutes, Somebody in the Middle East is being bombed to smithereens.
Right.
Go ahead.
He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth.
And none hindering. Nobody stopped you.
Right.
Okay? Now, and see the Lord, because what we gonna do? The Lord made it to where you gonna fight each other.
Right.
He
Allies gonna back away from you.
Satan against Satan. Yeah, it's Satan against Satan.
Yep.
All we doing is speaking it, but the Lord are gonna use your own elites first, because they're crashing the economy, to pretty much send everything into chaos, and then the Russians go come against you, the EU go turn on one another,
Right.
and everybody gonna have an evil eye towards Babylon.
Right.
We win. All right, go ahead.
That song of victory right here. The whole earth is at rest and it's quiet.
Woo.
They break forth into singing.
We're gonna be singing,
Yeah, that's everything. Yep.
and that's a part of our culture, man.
That's right. That's right.
Okay,
That's right.
niggas just singing the wrong song.
That's right.
It's either wickedness or your big ass cousin who can sing on Sunday. She get up, you know, right when the cake and the cornbread and the pie's getting ready to be done, and she can stand up and sing, act like she don't want to.
Nigga behind her with a tambourine.
Sing, Vanessa.
Yeah.
She stand her big ass in the living room and sing to Sweet Jesus, man. And then you niggas eat a feast of absolute failure.
Just abominations.
Okay?
Lobster mac.
Lobster mac.
They love that lobster mac.
Niggas will put bacon in
Yeah.
potato salad.
Yeah. I fuck the greens up instead of using turkey link wings.
Yeah. And why did niggas cook greens for so long? Like, what was that all? Because now I cook greens.
You can fry
the best.
greens. Bro,
Y'all
I
have my greens, right?
I just found out you can fry greens.
Yeah,
go
but
hard.
now
I
I'm
didn't know
talking
that.
about my greens.
But yeah, I had your greens.
You got something
I
going?
have. You got it. The greens don't take that
Don't
long.
take that goddamn long. Niggas started cooking greens at 4 in the morning. And it wasn't until like, well, what the fuck were you doing?
Oh, it's liquid. It's just slime, man. We made green soup, liquid green. Yo.
With a pig foot in there.
Yo, man. That's all you taste really.
So niggas need to be stopped.
Yo.
We ain't pity patting with niggas. Niggas gotta be stopped.
They gotta go, man.
Okay? And see, vocab would be happy if we were all in that spirit.
Right.
That's what they don't care when you're in that spirit.
Right.
Okay? Isaiah, go back.
Isaiah 14:8. It says, yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon sing.
And that's symbolic of the elect too.
Right.
But the earth is literally going to be singing.
Breathe.
It's going to sing through life being able to flourish again.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
That don't mean a tree is going to be like a California raisin in the kingdom.
Start spinning
Around. It's just my imagination. Nah, man. But in a sense, the earth, like being back in its order, is it's a song.
Right.
A tree can be a tree again.
The ecosystem's gonna be restored back to its natural state.
Exactly.
You know?
Balance. That's right. That's right.
Man, and there's music. The Lord, every
Popping
wind
up
is
all over the
music.
trees.
Yes.
Birds chirping is music.
Yo, water running.
So imagine
Especially where I
paradise.
live, them damn birds in the morning be waking me up. Wow.
Go ahead.
I got precepts.
It's 2nd Ezra chapter 11 and 45.
God
And therefore,
I was trying to block it. I couldn't block it. I was talking about the comments.
I was racing them.
Yeah, that's a demon.
Yeah, it's a fucking bite in there, man.
Just block everything.
it says, and therefore appear no more thou eagle, nor thy horrible wings, nor thy wicked feathers, nor thy malicious heads,
Right.
nor thy hurtful claws.
Right. And that's speaking of Rome, but that's going to be brought up. The revival of Rome is here. Go ahead.
Nor all thy vain body, that all the earth may be refreshed and may return, being delivered from thy violence.
That the earth may be refreshed. Because everything right now is tense.
Right. Stressed out.
Okay? In Japan, monkeys is just running up on children, just clawing them, harming, just running after elderly people. Everything's everything's mad.
Right.
The earth is fighting back.
Right. Hey, and that's because the earth is not being ran by wisdom.
Proverbs 29.
It's being ran. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked.
Right.
It's ran by straight wickedness. So that's gonna make everything upside down, unbalanced, and everything they got life in it screaming.
Right.
In all kinds of ways.
Right.
You know.
Right. This earth is beautiful, man, and when ran the proper way,
Right.
you're gonna see the Lord. Wisdom is the way.
That's right.
And all of the kingdom, heathen eventually gonna know, like,
Yep.
in comparison to what Esau did with the earth, because only 2 nations are promised to rule the entire planet Earth. via a blessing given by Isaac. Okay, the Edomites and the Israelites. This is theirs. And look what they've done. Concrete everywhere. They've made the earth a cave.
Just the wilderness, yeah.
Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 25. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord.
Right, the Lord is against you, okay? And he called you a destroying mountain. And this beast system is that destroying mountain, headed by America, okay, which is a member of NATO. And you got the EU, that makes it a whole power structure. And the beautiful thing about it is when you look at the EU, those same states made up the ancient Rome.
Right.
So it's literally rebirthed into the earth. Now you got Canada and Babylon, okay? Added along with other states as well, part of the EU. Go ahead.
Said the Lord, which destroys all the earth.
Right, you destroyed the whole earth. That's a horrible nigga right there, to destroy the earth, to try to conquer nature. Okay, go ahead.
And I will stretch out mine hand upon thee and roll thee down from the rocks.
Right, he's going to roll your ass down the rocks. And that's what you deserve, okay? And that's a horrible, like, to be rolled down a rock, like you just losing the whole time. Then eventually you get to the bottom and you're dead. That's where you Edomites are headed. You're tumbling down the rock. The Lord pushed your ass like a bowling ball down a rock. You're just going down the hill and you're being exposed. You're through.
Trying to hold on.
Right.
Ain't gonna work.
Now the EU is all divided. Okay, so what does that mean? More prophecy being coming to pass, and we win. Okay, the things that are happening in the earth ain't just willy-nilly things. Right. This is the time you should be watching.
Right.
Okay, listening, to the prophets, because the prophets was the best thing going in the ancient world for Israel.
That's right.
Israel always went to the priest and the prophet.
Watchers. Right.
Okay.
That's right here.
The kings were subject to the prophet.
Right. That's right.
Okay. So now the Lord has given you prophets. That's an extension of mercy unto you.
Right.
But they don't want to hear the song. All right. But the remnant do. And that's all we worried about. Go ahead.
And will make thee a burnt mountain.
He's going to make you a burnt mountain. Okay. What does it say? Read that. I think I'll read that earlier.
Verse 26. And they shall not take of thee a stone for a corner, nor a stone for foundations. But thou shalt be desolate forever, said the Lord.
Right. Nobody's going to look to you for a guy. America's going to be done. And see, when America falls, that's going to collapse the whole world.
That's it.
Okay?
Everybody depends on the world.
Yep. Keep going.
Set ye up a standard in the land. Blow the trumpet among the nations.
Blow the trumpet among the nations. And that's what we're doing. The Israelites scattered among the nations are blowing the trumpet, and things are happening. Okay, go ahead.
Prepare the nations against her.
Prepare the nations against her. That's what's happening right now. Go ahead.
Call together against her the kingdoms of Ararat.
The kingdoms of Ararat. That's Turkey. And right now in the news, Turkey has just pretty much showed that they're going to side with Russia.
Of course.
Right? So Turkey, because they've been playing both sides for years.
Yeah, right.
It's like they're a part of the EU, but then they're not technically, but they got all of the privileges. But for years, they used to beef with Russia. They're all over the place. But they just sided with Russia pretty much openly.
Yep.
Okay? And you have these EU countries breaking down because of the sanctions that's being put on Russia. Their economies, the EU is tumbling down the rock.
Yep.
Okay? And you got some nations like, man, we need to hell with Russia. You got some nations like, it's better to side with them. So what is that causing? A divide.
Mighty house shall not stand.
And Turkey is mentioned in biblical prophecy, okay? Because where did the ark rest? In Ararat. That's Turkey. Okay, read that again.
Blow the trumpet among the nations.
Right.
Prepare the nations against her. Call together against her the kingdoms of Ararat, many, and Ashkenaz.
Ashkenaz, Germany is pretty much losing because of those sanctions. So eventually they're going to be like to hell with Babylon. Okay? And we win. So all the things happening in the planet Earth were foretold. Okay? And for years, these weak, stupid pastors have been breaking this book down the wrong way. Now we here, and everybody got something to say. You're not going into these things, man. Okay?
Joel chapter 3, starting verse 9. Proclaim you this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty man, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up.
Right, and all these nations are invested in military. They're not invested in agricultural. All of these nations are being built up for war.
Oh, yeah.
And Russia got a lot to do with that.
Right.
Okay, Russia just gave Turkey $20 billion for a nuclear base. So what is Russia doing? They're making pacts with these nations. Then they're like, look, I'm gonna ante up your army. And didn't he do it in Ethiopia?
Right.
He went over there and pretty much made a league with them. And what was the deal? Pretty much, I'm able to set up naval bases. I'll train your military up, but also I'm gonna bring my men over here, and they're gonna
see, because ultimately they know that it's gonna come to a huge war.
Battling for
They know it.
positions.
Right, they know it.
The nations, right? Why you think Syria is talked about so much? There's a pipeline there, but ultimately it's a very strategic, region to strike Iran or Turkey or Russia.
Right.
So America goes over there starting shit, okay? And now Turkey is like, look, I want the presence of the West out of Syria. Right there, eventually, we know through all of these particular things happening, war is coming. We ain't got to get super technical about it, but the shit is happening. Some brothers are good with that. I know it on a basic level, but I see it. But I can't break down each and every, but the simplicity in Yahawah Shai, man. It's really simple.
Nations are gathering for war.
The nations are gathering for war, and everything happening now is a result of what is written in this book.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
Verse 10, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears.
Right, now India historically is known as agricultural. All right, they're known for the goodies in that landmass. They're even talking about war. Okay? All of these different nations have put down the plowshare in the pruning hook, which is farming, and they're getting into missiles. All for what? The brawl for it all. World War III, which in the midst of America being destroyed, that's when the elect are going to be delivered.
Right.
Go ahead.
Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong.
Yep. You got Saudi Arabia mocking America.
Yeah.
Now in the 90s, would Saudi Arabia have said anything bad to America? Hell no.
They buying Russian oil right now.
North Korea talking all kind of shit. Yeah, they buying Russian oil.
They're not buying oil from the U.S. right now.
Right.
Yep.
That's a slap in the face.
That proves that these other nations are getting stronger.
Right.
Because they doing more.
Right.
They talking more.
Right.
There was a point in time, even with North Korea, the guy's dad who was in rulership before him, they weren't doing too much. They might say a little shit, but then when he got into power, ultimately he started getting this nuclear shit ready to do. That's new stuff, man. They weren't doing that back in the day.
Right.
So the scriptures prove that they're getting stronger. It's proven.
Right. They're going in. It's a beautiful thing, man.
So it's in verse 11. Assemble yourselves and come, all you heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Yahawah Shaphat.
Right. Now somebody get Proverbs 21:1. Because everything happening, ultimately the angels work on the mind of people to do the bidding of the Lord.
Yep.
Okay?
Proverbs 21.
History itself is really dictated by Yahawah, through Yahawah Shai, through angels that come onto the earth and work and manipulate people's minds to start this war, to rule at this time, to be the slave at this time. It's all an intricate movie put together by the Lord via the Holy Spirit.
Right.
Okay? When you go to Daniel, there's a particular point in Daniel where Michael, right, came to help work on the mind of a particular ruler, okay? And it took a while. Go ahead.
Hold on. Proving that how deep and how detailed they are.
Yeah.
They have the power just to make you do it, but they ain't doing it. If it took time, that shows they go to the deepest, to the point where they look, you don't even know what's happening, then boom.
Yeah.
That's deep, man.
Yeah.
Talk about that in Isaiah 28.
Daniel chapter 10, verse 13. But the prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 21 days. But lo, Michael, one of the chief princes, came to help me, and I remained there with the kings of Persia.
Right. At the time that Joseph and Mary were betrothed, who was there? Gabriel. The angels are always there.
Always.
Right. You see? And there's angels surrounding us now.
That's right. That's right.
Pretty much making us say what we say. It's all through the
Psalm
Spirit.
34.
It's all through the Spirit.
Psalm 34. They can't move about.
Okay.
You know,
We're asleep. They still more instruction.
that's right. Back in Joel.
Oh, Proverbs 21.
Yeah.
Proverbs 21. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord.
Right.
As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will.
So he working on Russia. They were going to be used to pretty much galvanize all of these nations to forming their own beast system. It's happening right in front of your eyes. Iran.
People
Turkey.
slept on Iran too.
Yeah.
They steady building up.
And they're literally mentioned in Ezekiel 38,
Oh, yeah.
man. Okay, so something pretty soon is going to happen with Israel, and it's going to erupt because America will always come to their aid.
Iran
It's
chomping
gonna
at the
erupt,
bit to get
but
to
it's going to
Israel.
be something's going to happen with Israel, man.
Yup.
And Israel, Iran just threatened, or Israel just threatened to strike Iran.
They playing right into
Okay.
their hands.
So the
they
Lord,
ready to get their hands
right
on
now, okay, because you have angels bound in the river Euphrates.
Yep.
Okay, literally that's written. Somebody get that. Read that again.
Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will.
Right, because you would think Esau, with all of the influence, all of the money, all of the control, everything, he got everything he wants. Why don't he stop? The Lord ain't gonna make him to stop.
Right.
Okay?
Same thing with Pharaoh.
Why do we keep coming out here? You think this is happening by your own power? You a fool. This is the spirits doing this.
Right.
We ain't never been this dedicated to any goddamn thing.
Right.
Okay, this is the spirit. This is angels doing this. We just we have this treasure in earthen vessels. But this gotta be the spirit. Me? Bro, we lame. Some brothers got lazy demons. Brothers be, man. If it was our will, like, bro, boy.
Right.
It's gotta be the Lord. Every week, for years. Come on, man.
I'm like, do shit. I'll be out of town and shit.
Bro, I wouldn't even be in America.
I'll be out of Mexico and shit.
I would be out of this bitch. I'll be somewhere with $100. The $100 would be a million over there. With a bunch of women. Right? Chilling. I would not be in America if I wasn't in this truth.
Yeah, for sure.
But the Lord said we're going to be delivered out of Babylon. If you flee, if you're a demon, you're going to be destroyed anyway.
Which is the river Euphrates.
Right.
It's Revelation 9:13. It says, "And the sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar which is before the Most High,
Right.
saying to the sixth angel, which had the trumpet, loose the four angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates."
So why do you think there's so much friction going on in the Middle East?
right.
The angels are working on the minds of the leaders.
Right.
Point blank period. In the river Euphrates, go ahead.
And the four angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour, and a day, and a month, and a year, for to slay the third part of men.
Which is the Edomites, to take out the Edomite rulership. You got the sons of God, the sons of men, and the sons of the wicked. Esau fulfills the third part of men. This war is all happening to end his rulership on the planet Earth.
Yep. Right.
That's what's happening right now. The final heathen rulership, the revival of the fourth beast is getting ready to be taken down. Now there's another one, right? We'll talk about dry.
Chapter 16. Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah, because man, this book is it.
Yeah, it mentioned it dried
That
up.
is dried up, and that's happening.
And that river goes through, if you look at the map, goes through, you got Turkey, Iraq.
Yes.
It just travels all the way
Yep,
down
yep,
there.
yep.
So when you think about those angels,
Right.
they're gathered in there. All these wars, all these different things are gathered in these nations there. Then as soon as they got them where they want them, they're gonna get loose.
They go
They're
loose.
working their mind on
They're
something.
working on their
great.
mind to
right.
that.
Yeah.
Man, it's happening.
It's happening. Right.
Go ahead.
This is Revelation 16:12. And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates.
So the angel, this plagues that are happening on the earth, it's through the Most High, it's through Yahawah Shai, but there's particular angels in their order that got, you go poison the water, you go put the spirit on him to do, you know?
Right.
And it's all orchestrated by the Most High. Okay, go ahead.
And the water thereof was dried up.
Now, it's not the Euphrates, somebody type in Euphrates River dried up. Okay, y'all, you can keep reading. So the Euphrates River was prophesied to dry up. Not only is the Euphrates River is drying up, the Tigris River is drying up. Okay? And keep going.
It says, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared.
The way of the kings of the east might be prepared. Now the kings of the east is starting with Russia. Gog is pretty much going to be the head of this all. Okay, that's why the feet of the image in Revelation 13 was as a bear. That Russian bear is going to be used to gather all these nations, turning even EU countries and NATO countries against Babylon. Okay, and the Euphrates River is dried up, and Turkey troops and Russian troops, okay, built little bridges and started going over and setting up military bases.
Right.
Okay, this is happening in real life.
Right.
Okay, there's a video on YouTube. You type it in. Russian troops are literally going through the river Euphrates when it was dried up. They built a little bridge and went over it.
Yep.
So,
Come on, man.
so these things are happening on the planet Earth, man. It's not a game, man. All right, go back.
Yeah, some more. Joel chapter 3, back at
Joel 3 is a beautiful chapter.
back at 12.
Hey, when you read this chapter at the beginning, it tells you he's doing all this because of what they did to us.
Right. When you read up, right.
Right?
That's right.
Which is for his name's sake, first and foremost.
That's right.
And his son, but because of what happened to us. Go ahead.
Joel 3, chapter 12. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Yahawah, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
Woo!
Put you in the sickle.
Yahawah Shabbat.
Right.
Yahweh's judgment. Showing you the name of the Lord is in the Bible, Nate.
Right.
What is that word in the Hebrew? Yahawah.
That's right.
Shabbat is judgment. The
right.
final decision is going to be made through starting with World War III.
Right.
And before that, on the planet Earth, it's going to be civil unrest, all manner of evil, as the people are going to see the elites are trying to establish the NWO. They're not going to be hiding it no more. They're going to be telling you, nigga, this is what you're going to do. Nigga, this is what you're going to put in you.
Yep. Coney and rule.
It's going to be all hell, and I don't know where we going to be. How's that going to be? Where the elect? Because the elect going to be delivered. Where they going to be? How they going to
Woe is me in those days.
survive
That's
through
what
that?
Ezra said. Woe is me in those days. Who shall deliver me in those days?
Strong tower, wherever that may be.
Right. It's going to be good.
Yep.
We're going to go through points, but the Lord going to always do something.
Right.
He's going to raise people from the dead, be amongst you. You're going to be like, whoa,
Right.
watch. And if you don't believe on that level, you got to pray to the Lord, man.
That's right.
Because faith is the driving force behind everything we're doing.
It is.
Okay?
That's right. Back in verse 13, put you in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for the wickedness is great.
Yeah, it's time.
Right.
Right.
So
Exceedingly polluted.
hey, so right there, when you think about it and you meditate on this, you got all the militaries getting gathered over there for that great war, that great battle, and then you got wickedness on the earth at an all-time high. That shows you that we're here.
Right.
And then Jake waking up all across the world. Come on, man. You can't make that up, man.
Yeah,
This is the end, no doubt about it.
So everything that you see happening is a psyop.
Right.
This whole Biden administration has been a war on your mind. Okay? They're literally trying to scare people into submission. Okay? Everything is all BS. But they're getting ready to release all manner of whatever CERN did gave them some type of demon power it got hotter. People got weird. People are attacking each other. All manner of people, just monkeys going crazy.
Yep.
You know?
Facts.
Bartling gland shooting sperm.
Oh, man.
Go ahead.
Verse 14, multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision.
Decision, meaning the Lord, this is where the story, within the story, the Lord makes his decision.
Right. That's right.
It's going to be a bloodbath. And he's going to use you to fight each other, then dip us up out of here.
Right. That's great. Verse 15, it said, the sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining.
Right. Because the darkness, the smoke,
The Lord also shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake. But the Lord will be with the hope. Ooh, you know what? Let me start over this. The Lord also shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake. But the Lord, Yahawah Bashim Yahushai, will be the hope of his people. Woo! And the strength
So
of
all
the
that
children of
destruction
Israel.
going on.
Come on, bro. Verse 7, I'm going to finish. Verse 17. So shall you know that I am the Lord your God, dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain. Then shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no strangers pass through her anymore.
No strangers ain't gonna pass through.
Man.
All that hell breaking loose.
All right.
Which goes back to
No
Psalm
heat.
91 we quoted earlier.
He's going to lead us out of that chaos like he did to Egypt. All the plagues, killing the firstborn, all that. He was protecting the time, so it's the same thing this time.
Yep, get somebody get Revelation 20 and 7.
20 and 7. Revelation 20 and 7. It reads, "But when the 1,000 years are expired,"
When 1,000 years are expired, okay, now this is speaking of pretty much the Renaissance period, that started the rebirth of Rome.
Right.
That's when Rome was really started to be reborn.
And the
It was
womb was
complete.
healed, yeah.
It was completely healed
Right.
through America. All right, NATO. All right, the European Union being established. But the start of it being healed was the Renaissance. What did the Renaissance bring back? It was the rebirth of the Roman way of life. The
You know,
Roman
like art,
culture.
culture,
Yeah.
yeah,
Spirit.
philosophy,
The ruler.
witchcraft, yeah, food, yeah.
The image started to live again, starting then.
Yep.
Okay, so when 1,000 years that he was in captivity, the Byzantine Empire, the Eastern Roman Empire ruled. Jake,
The Holy Roman Empire one time, yeah.
Yep, it's called the Holy Roman Empire, although they were going
They
off.
started going off though, yeah.
Okay, well go ahead.
Satan shall be loosed out of his prison.
Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. Okay, now is this talking about a mythical character who the Lord, all right, your time's up. Come on, Satan.
Yeah.
All right, he had life.
You're free to go.
He had life, but he's free to go. Satan, hey, me? For real?
Yeah.
That's all I did?
Baby Rose.
He's just free. He's just
get
free
out.
into the earth.
Yeah.
You go find his old
Already?
side bitch. I'm back. Satan, you my God, set
He
free.
already got a setup wait, yeah.
Right, nigga do a whole reality show speaking on his experience. No. That's talking about Esau coming up out of that captivity he was in when he was looked at as a caveman.
Right.
Okay?
The people whose coming is after the
Working of Satan. 2 Thessalonians. It tells you that. He who's coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders.
Physical counterpart to the spiritual demon Satan.
So that's Esau. Go ahead.
Continuing on verse 8. "And shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth."
See, he went out. See, once he was loose, what did he do? He got power and he went everywhere and spread wine, wrath, war,
He painted
hatred.
that false image of the Lord.
Yep.
Painted the false image of the Lord.
Times, all
Right.
kinds of stuff.
Yep.
Changed times, laws.
Manipulated calendars, yeah.
Yeah. Made the calendar to be based upon the sun and not the moon. He just turned everything back. Made you right from left to right.
From left to right, yeah.
Slave Bible.
Yeah.
Slave Bible, yeah.
And it's like he was rushing to get it done. Like
He had to.
Because he knows he had
Right,
that little
yeah.
time. Yeah.
It's basically Cain at work.
Yeah.
So he went through the four corners of the earth, starting war, spreading with the red horse. He took peace from the earth. Go ahead.
Continuing on. "Which are the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog."
Gog and Magog. Immediately, this is what it leads to. Okay? His works is going to lead to all of the nations gathering on the Gog and Magog to shoot missiles on America. And they're going to shoot missiles on where the small hats at, over in Jerusalem. That's going to be another land that's going to be blown to smithereens, but
It
that's
needs
going
to
to
be
be
cleansed, man.
rebuilt.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
"To gather them together to battle,
Right.
the number of whom is as the sand of the sea."
They're being gathered, all right, because that was Esau's little season. He had a little season, like you said, to do everything he did. And boy, did he do it. He went hard.
He went hard.
He colonized, he conquered, he pillaged, he raped, he did everything
Avoided all
the devil would do.
resources, yeah.
Tasmanian devil.
Okay, and it's led to the point where the Lord is getting ready to start a war to end the whole system.
Right.
Okay? The beast system is going to all be defunct through this war. Go ahead.
And they went up on the breadth of the earth and compassed the camp of the saints about.
Right. So they're going to come after the saints. Right at that point, all right, when missiles get ready to hit America, okay, there's going to be an insurrection. They're going to be coming after the Israelites, man. Because that's it. That's their last chance. So wherever we at, they're going to be, however it happens, they're going to be coming after us. Go ahead.
And the beloved city, and fire came down.
They come after the beloved city. Go ahead. And what happened?
And fire came down from Yahawah out of heaven and devoured them.
So right when they come, when the enemy shall come like a flood, pretty much the Lord gonna work a work. It was just in time. That's why the scriptures say the righteous shall be scarcely saved.
Yeah.
Okay, and who was he gonna be coming after? The beloved city. That's Jerusalem. That's the elect.
Right, Jacob's trouble.
Where there's a connection with our power, okay, amongst the elect, the spiritual temple. And wherever they are is likened unto Jerusalem. So wherever they are, he got a covering for you.
Right.
Okay? And ultimately, through all of the plagues, through all of the hell, it's Jacob's trouble, but he's going to be saved out of it.
That's right. Psalm 91.
Yep. Go ahead. Yep.
Psalm 91, starting at verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in him will I trust. Surely he will deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence.
Right, he's going to deliver us. Okay, that's destruction taking place. Okay? The Lord even putting the spirit on the elite to build those bunkers.
Right.
That's happening for prophecy's sake. Go ahead.
He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
His truth. All right. And he goes spread his wings over us. That's those chariots. Okay, those angels, man. They're gonna put us in position to where nobody can do it. They can make you. They can roll on you, and they can't see you.
Right.
They bust in the house. You know what I'm saying? The angel just you just like they walk in the house and look. Go in the refrigerator, you drink your fucking water and leave, and you just sitting there.
Shoot you with their military arsenal, all the bullets stopping there. Right. Like the Matrix, turn around.
Boom, standard. It's going to be a standard lifted up.
That's right.
Somebody get that in Isaiah 59. Go ahead.
That's right. Verse 5. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night,
right,
nor for the arrow that flieth by day.
Missiles. Okay.
Nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee.
It's not going to touch you.
That's all the way around us.
And if you got to believe that, though.
Yeah, that's fake.
That's the thing. That's written.
Right.
But do you believe that?
Right.
See, if you don't believe it and you doubt, it's going to come to you. You ain't going to get it. All right? So that's why you got to pray to the Lord for a stronger faith, man.
Got to. That's right.
All right? And he rose. The Lord rose. That alone, if you believe that, nothing should be impossible to you.
Right.
That thought alone makes you immortal.
It does. That's right. You know what? Even the disciples understood where they were at in the spirit. They weren't all puffed up, and they said, "Increase my faith." Yeah. Okay, my unbelief, increase that so I can have more faith. They understood that. You know.
Yep. We're in a position to win. Like, how can we win?
Right.
But by some miraculous.
That's right. Verse 8. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord Yahawah.
We're going to see the reward of the wicked.
Right.
You see? All them weak ass niggas, haters. You know, Jake always got haters. You're going to be able to see if the Lord, you know, if he don't deliver them, all your enemies from, you know, particular people did shit to you in past lives. You don't know why you don't like them, but there's particular people like the Lord is going to judge them specifically for what they did to you.
Right.
So you going, you know, Go ahead.
It said, only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord Yahawah B'Shem Yahushai, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee,
Right.
to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against the stones.
The angels is going to have charge over you. And they know where you at. They're able to look, see what they elect.
That's right. And we all got assigned angels, so they already around you because they're assigned to guide you to the kingdom. If you elect.
What's that precept in Matthew where the angels, I believe it's in Matthew 18, where the angels pretty much, when you repent, or there's an angel watching, it's something. Angels do watch you. There's a particular angel watching you.
Right.
They call it a guardian angel, but the angels do behold the face. Type in behold face in the it's in Matthew. But go ahead.
It says, back at verse 11, for he shall give his angels charge over thee.
18 and 10.
Yeah, can we read that real quick? Yeah, go ahead.
Matthew 18 and 10. Take heed that ye despise not one of these little ones.
Which the little ones are the elect. Okay, but he used children as an example. Go ahead.
For I say unto you that in heaven their angels do always behold the face of my Father which is in heaven.
They're angels.
Right. Come on, man. Come on, that's heavy, man.
They're kept around those that fear him too.
Yeah.
Psalms 34.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And that's why it says the eyes of the Lord behold the good and the evil.
Right.
Okay, so if you going off, they watching that. You doing good, they watching that. They watching everything, man. Right. So your best bet is to fear the Lord, so Psalms 34 and 7 can come in effect, and they can deliver you out of anything because you fear the Lord. Yahawah B'Shem Yahushai. You know. Back at Psalms 91, verse 13. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet, because he hath set his love upon me. Therefore will I deliver him, and I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. Yahawah B'Shem Yahushai. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. Right, and that goes right back to Psalms 34, verse 7. And when you read the whole chapter, it talks about trusting the Lord, learn you to fear the Lord, fear you the saints. Okay? Come on now.
Faith and fear, yeah.
Right. That faith, that fear, and understanding that we are connected to a power, and that's beyond this world.
Yes.
You got to walk that way with boldness and humility. Okay, you got to understand all that.
Please so. Sirach 4 and 28. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. Through the angels, like we going into.
That's right.
We're going to be protected. You know, if we fear the Lord, we have faith.
That's right.
That's why we got to go back to being a spiritual people.
Right. It all starts there first, having that
we
connection to the Heavenly
before
Father.
we had anything written down, what were we? We just
Dead.
did it.
Dry bones, you know?
No, but at the time of Adam,
Oh, well, yeah.
the law was just a way.
Right.
Spirit, we were very
Just
high
what we were.
Right.
You know, we didn't need to go to a law book.
It's
It was just
it's already
Proven
in
we
you.
got weaker and fell weaker and weaker, so we had to write it down,
Yeah.
do this. You know what I'm saying?
That's what we're coming back into.
Yeah.
Literally, we're going back into that immortal form.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Being
where-
hardwired to be righteous, man.
That sounds right.
It's going to exist. All right, go ahead.
This is Job chapter 5, verse 21. It says, Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of the destruction when it cometh.
The lies, because they're going to be lying on us.
Yeah.
Oh, real quick, Revelation 12 and the 17. Real quick, go ahead.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed.
Who's the dragon? Rome. Okay, the revival of Rome is that red dragon, America, Esau. They're going to come, read that again.
And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of the Most High, and have the testimony of Yahawah Mashiach.
There you go. He's gonna get to a point where he's gonna come after us.
Right.
Right? But read that again.
Done. This is Job 5:21. It says, "Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of the destruction when it cometh."
So none of the lies gonna hold up, because it ain't true.
Right.
About the elect. Now, amongst these other Israelites, able to accuse us of things that bug outs do, all right, or particular groups they set up. So they're gonna have a case to where people who are talking points like us, like, they're worthy of execution.
Right.
And they're gonna get their hands on some of us. Some of us are gonna be beheaded, right? But there's gonna come a point, he ain't gonna get us all.
No, right. Some shall not taste death.
That
It
rip,
says in
yes,
Luke.
there you go.
I would say, and even with the just like the faith of Abraham, Abraham knew Isaac was gonna come back if he did what he did.
Right.
You gotta have that same belief. If I gotta die to fulfill the will of Yahawah, I know He gonna bring me back.
What do you think the followers of Yahawah were doing in the Roman Colosseums? Getting eaten by hungry lions.
Yep.
They didn't deny Yahawah.
Nope.
They the men and the women had to watch their children in some instances get eaten by hungry lions, bro.
Yeah.
All because they follow Yahawah. Why? What would make them say, "I'm effing, do it to me"? They saw him. They saw the miracles.
Yeah.
They were with him. So it was nothing you could tell them,
They couldn't unsee it. Yeah.
right? That they was gonna turn away. You gotta have that type of faith now, all right? Because some of us were with him.
Yeah.
Right. That's right.
Though we don't see him with bodily eyes now, he's here.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Job 5:22. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth.
Well, you see a pit bull now. I remember I jumped on top of a Benz, walking from the BART station to Oakland Coliseum. Fucking pit bull ran up on me. I hopped on top of somebody's car, scared as hell.
Yep.
A raccoon get your ass. Raccoons are crazy.
They see a possum, it's over.
You know, you're like, hell no, man.
Hey, proving that the Lord, His grace period, is to get us prepared and to build our faith and to get us closer to Him.
Right.
That's a sign that we're closer to Him if we're afraid of what you should naturally be afraid of.
Right.
That shows we got closer to Him, that light shining more and more to that great day because we glorify Him on earth.
Right. And you gonna be in situations where wild animals are gonna walk up to you and you can sick them on people and watch.
Yep.
They're gonna be following you right behind
Right.
you.
Guarding you where you at. Bro, this is what
running right behind
the time of Noah, the animals were obedient to man. We're coming back into that form.
Coming back. That's right. That's right.
We ain't supposed to be the below the beast. We're supposed to have dominion over the beast.
That's right. That's right.
They're supposed to fear us.
Right. All of them.
That's how it originally was. Okay, go ahead.
That's right.
Job 5:23. For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee.
Right. Woo, read that again.
Job 5:23. It says, for thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Man,
That vibration within us.
You can try to explain it, but you can't
It's hard
explain
to
it.
explain it, yeah.
Even now, Jake got the stones. Jake, I feel, and they do give off a vibration. But really, we're not truly
tapped
connected
into
with
it.
our power all the way yet. But we're coming back.
Right.
And certain stones do work for particular situations in righteousness.
we believe that they were created for our sake.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They were. The priests.
And they were.
What did
You
the
know
priests
I'm saying?
have? That's what they had. They literally.
The onyx stones on the shoulders, the breastplate. Yeah. Each tribe got his own stone. You communicate with. I would say that's how they communicated with the Lord.
Right.
You know.
Hey, you know what? Also, when you read, when you see the certain visions, you read the prophets had of the heavens, they ain't leave with the stones.
Right.
When you read those scriptures, they break it all down.
Well, the Urim and the Thummim, it was behind the priest's ephod on his heart. It wasn't actually upon the ephod. It was two stones. One was black, I believe, and one was white. And pretty much when the priest would take these stones and they would ask the Lord, should we go to war? Should we do this? And the way that the light shined in the stone gave them the answer.
That's right.
That's why when the scriptures say when David asked of the Lord, should he fight the Philistines or should he do this? It was going to the priest, and the priest had that Urim and the Thummim, and it pretty much gave them the answers they needed.
Right.
That's why at the time of Ezra, when they couldn't prove they were Israelites, they couldn't prove they were Levites.
Yeah.
He said we got to wait until a priest with Urim and Thummim come, which ultimately is Yahawah.
Right.
And to see now the light shines through us. We're the stones. The light is shining through us, and the Lord is guiding us. But there's going to come a point, lively stones. There's going to come a point where the earth is going to have it to where it's operating in our favor, like working in our favor.
On the high extreme, like a magnet, you know, drawn to metal.
Yeah.
You know.
Read that again. This is what's coming.
Yep.
This is written, man. Read that again.
This is Job 5:23. It says, "For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee." Like, bro,
Right, a rhino.
That's happening.
A rhino.
that's gonna happen. That's what I'm saying. Through the scriptures, through these precepts, we see this. We can't unsee this now.
Right.
We can't unsee being at league with the stones. We can't unsee walking behind Yahawah on that straight gate. We can't unsee assholes getting burnt up.
We can't unsee it.
We can't unsee that. We understand that some fannies are made for fire. We can't unsee that. You see? We can't unsee the chariots beaming up the elect. So y'all just gonna have to deal with it. We have to deal with y'all.
Right. Satan. Go ahead.
Verse 24, it says, "And thou shalt know that thy tabernacle shall be in peace, and thou shalt visit thy habitation, and shalt not sin. Woo. Thou shalt know also that thy seed shall be great, and thy offspring as the grass of the earth."
That's Israel. Offspring. That's the Israelites.
That's what I'm saying. How you gonna have all that offspring floating around the clouds?
Yeah, we're gonna be on earth.
Come on, man.
We're
Verse
gonna be on
26.
earth. And one of the commandments is to be fruitful and multiply. That's right.
Verse 26, it says, "Thou shalt come to thy grave in a full age, like as a shock of corn cometh in its season." Verse 27, it says, "Lo, this we have searched it, so it is. Hear it, and know thou it for thy good."
There you go.
You see, so the things that the Lord promised far outweigh what Esau done lied about. Esau's version of eternal life, come on now. The Heavenly Father's form of eternal life, he wrote it down for us to read it and have hope in it. You see, knowing that it's gonna come true. The Lord said the sons of Jacob would not be consumed. Okay, so if they're not gonna be consumed, what's gonna happen to them? They're gonna be delivered. You see? And then we can get to forever and leave all this other stuff behind, man.
That's right.
That was it on that chapter.
Isaiah chapter 11, verse 8. Start verse 7. "And the cow and the bear shall feed, their young ones shall lie down together."
Right, now, this is a result of what's before that. So before that.
I started verse 5. Isaiah 11 and 5. "And righteousness shall be the girdle of his loins, and faithfulness the girdle of his reins. The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid."
See, that's right here, Discovery Channel, you watch animals just attack each other all day. Well, in the kingdom, that's not going to happen. They're going to dwell in unity.
They fighting over food usually.
Yeah. Survival of the fittest. They're going to eat off the land.
I've been watching a lot of lion fights.
Okay, go ahead. You got something to say? Go ahead.
"And the calf and the young lion and the fatling together."
Right. Well, is a calf go hang with a lion right now? No. That's dinner.
Leopard and a kid, forget about it.
That's lamb. How we get happy about lamb, that's how he looking. Go ahead.
"And a little child shall lead them."
A little child shall lead them. Your little child gonna be walking with lions, elephants,
Playing with it like it's a puppet.
gorillas.
You don't name it.
Okay?
It's crazy.
Animals gonna be coming up to you with gifts from particular other lands, from particular, you know. Your child disappears. You don't see him for a year. You ain't worried. That's rest. Your child go outside for 2 minutes and you looking.
He on the cereal aisle, you in the produce.
trip right. Brunel!
You know,
Bring your ass here.
You with nothing but worry.
Come back,
Man,
right.
that's not a life, man. You're
nigga
not
on his
living.
knees in the middle of the
In
road.
the kingdom, you don't see your child for 2 years, man, maybe 10 years, and then he comes back one day with his wives. Look, Dad, I got this family here. I got this frankincense for you. You know what I'm saying?
Bow down in front of you. Everything is in order. Yo, come on, that's beautiful.
That's what I'm saying. It's coming. It's close.
And it's coming. That's life. See, we think on such a low level because of this little box Esau put us in.
Right.
But these are the types of things the Lord is going to do.
Right.
Like as a king, people ain't going to have access to you like that.
No.
Nobody ain't going to just be able to walk up on the king. Like right now, your woman could just walk in your room. What are you doing? In the kingdom, the king, you didn't just walk up on the king.
You got to make an appointment.
Either you summon them or you got an appointment.
It's order, man. It's order. One of his officers
You
might
didn't
talk
just,
to you
you
too.
couldn't
He
just
might
walk
not
up
even deal with you.
on the king like that. That's like walking in the Holy of Holies.
Right.
Like-
Because right now in this world, there's no order, and okay, he's over me.
Yeah.
There's no real action on that level that's
Right.
happening in the average home.
Yeah.
Why you got to know about it?
Yep. I mean, that's just a curse. You know? I mean, we had to feel it, but we're letting you know that's why what Esther did was so big.
Right.
She ran up on the king. He could have technically she should have been put to death. But the Lord put a spirit on him to listen to her calls,
Right.
and eventually Haman got caught.
Right.
But that wasn't really, you wasn't supposed to do that. Run up on the king, just run up in his room. No.
Women used to fear men. That's coming back.
Eve on Facebook talking about when I get to heaven, I'm gonna just go talk to Jesus and do this.
Yeah. Yeah. Eve just go bypass the minute of the Lord.
Past King David.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. all
Good
right.
thing our women ain't gonna have the mindset they have.
Right.
They're gonna all be righteous too.
Exactly.
Right.
They're gonna all be righteous. All our women gonna be righteous.
That's gonna be a beautiful
They're gonna be the top. The Israelite woman's gonna be the top woman on the planet Earth. Okay.
Share.
Nothing go top. Our people are gonna be the cream of the crop. It's just the truth.
All time, forever.
Ever.
Forever,
Ever and ever and ever, man.
That's right.
And they're not gonna be queens. They're gonna be princesses.
Right.
Okay.
It's, Psalm 65 and verse 4. Blessed is the man whom thou choosest and causest to approach unto thee, that he may dwell in thy courts.
Right.
We shall be satisfied with the goodness of thy house, even of thy holy temple.
The courts. The king's courts. We're gonna be. We finna live, man. Imagine Eden being set back up. That was said to have been like, woo. Go ahead.
Back in Isaiah 11:7, and the cow and the bear shall feed, their young ones shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like the ox.
The lion is gonna eat off the land. There's enough land for all animals to eat.
Right.
Okay, they ain't gonna have to eat each other. Okay, ain't gonna be no Discovery Channel hunting season anymore. Okay, but we make them hunt you heathen, man. If we want them to, go ahead.
And the sucking child shall play on the hole of the asp.
A sucking child, a baby that's still sucking the breast, is ultimately gonna be playing with poisonous snakes. That's life, man. To hell with voting for Joe Biden. Trump, get Trump back in office. How about getting Yahawah in office, man?
Right.
Go ahead.
Psalms 126, verse 1. When the Lord Yahawah turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dream. Right, we were like them that dream, man. I mean, think about it. A dream can be so vivid. When you wake up, you're like, God, dog, it's gonna be like that because it's gonna be such an extreme difference between this captivity and our glory.
Yeah.
That it's gonna seem unreal. So it's gonna seem like this was a dream. Like, hold on. So now we this high. You mean to tell me that was us in captivity? That low? No.
And that's why I said
That's a dream. Go ahead.
In Isaiah 14, they said this was he. I mean, it was talking about Esau.
Yeah.
Yeah, people gonna be like, "There's no way.
What?
There's no way that was possible."
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Verse 2, it says, then was our mouth filled with laughter, and our tongue with singing.
It was all a dream.
Yeah, pretty much. Then said they among the heathen.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then was our mouth filled with laughter, and our tongue with singing. Then said they among the heathen, the Lord hath done great things for them. So the heathen gonna be like, wow.
That's the people of the Lord. They're gonna acknowledge it. Imagine what they're gonna see. First they're gonna see us beamed up. Then eventually, whenever we come down, they're gonna be like, oh, hell.
Chariot, come on. On spiritual heavenly vehicles, come on.
Go ahead.
Back in Isaiah 11 and 8 again. And the sucking child shall play in the hole of the ass, and the weaned child shall put his hand on the cockatrice's den. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, for the earth shall be full of the knowledge of the Lord as the waters cover the sea.
That's what the knowledge of Yahawah B'Shem Yahushua leads to.
Right.
Man having dominion over beast.
Right.
That's how important wisdom is.
Yeah.
All right, for a cat not to scratch your ass. Right? You can do wisdom is needed. So with that, we'll give all praise to the Heavenly Father,
Yahawah B'Shem Yahushua B'Shem Rakadash.
and double honors to the apostles, the elders, and great millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom.
Shalom.